Oh, hey, I'm so glad you could join us on River Street in Savannah for today's Black History lesson. I was just about to ask the boys, do you know who's on the quarter?
George Washington. Yeah, George Washington.
Well, a few years ago, you would have been right. But today, we're learning about Maya Angelou, the poet that was so influential and incredible that they put her on the quarter in 2022.
Really?
Really? Follow me. Maya Angelou was born Marguerite Johnson in St. Louis, Missouri in 1928. When she was a kid, she spent a lot of time living in Arkansas with her grandmother, which is where her brother gave her the nickname Maya, and it stuck. By the time Maya was a teenager, she was living in San Francisco, and she only had one thing on her mind.
What was that?
She wanted a job as a streetcar conductor, not because it was easy, not because it was comfortable, but because of the uniform.
I can understand that.
That's right. Maya saw the conductors and thought to herself, look at that outfit, I want that job. And she didn't want it quietly. She kept applying and kept asking and kept persisting until she finally got hired at 16 years old.
16?
That's right. At 16 years old, she became the first Black woman streetcar conductor in San Francisco history.
Now that's what I call confidence.
But here's the thing. Maya Angelou didn't just pick one talent. She collected talents like they were playing cards. She became a performer, singing, dancing, and acting.
I thought you said she was a famous writer. Yeah, get to that part.
If you guys were just a little more patient, I was just about to say. When Maya was 31, she moved to New York City, where she began to blossom as a writer. She started turning her life into stories, and then those stories became books. With her most famous book, I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings, becoming a powerful voice in the fight against racism and for equal rights.
What happened after she wrote I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings?
She kept writing, learning, and growing. She wrote several more books, poems, and even songs for artists like Roberta Flack. Maya Angelou became so famous that in 1993, she was asked to read her poem, On the Pulse of the Morning, at Bill Clinton's presidential inauguration. Imagine writing something so meaningful that you're asked to read it to the whole country.
I'd be super nervous.
She probably was too.
But she had to be brave and get over it.
Exactly.
Now what's all this stuff about her being on the quarter?
In 2022, Maya Angelou became the first Black woman to appear on a U.S. quarter as part of the U.S. Mint's American Woman Quarters program, which means every time you find a quarter on the ground or you get a quarter as change for a purchase, it could be a piece of Black history that you're holding in your hand. Thank you so much for joining me for today's Black History lesson.
Maya Angelou was a incredible writer. Yes, she read a whole poem to the country.
That's right. And if you enjoyed learning about Maya Angelou, make sure to click that next video in our Black History series so you can continue learning with us about Jackie Robinson, the man who changed the rules of baseball forever. Follow me.